Welcome. I'm Quicksilvan, and this is a short guided hypnotic meditation to help you submit to your own power and euphoria. If you need to deal with anything, you can become fully awake and alert easily, but for now, just get in a comfortable position and relax, because it's time to begin. So, find a point to stare at. And let your body loosen up. Let yourself get ready to drop down to a deeper place. And you know that it doesn't matter whether or not you're exactly asleep or entranced, because these states are nebulous anyway, they're ill-defined. You can open yourself up to opening yourself up, without it having to be anything measurable or predictable or absolute. That's it. Let yourself move into that space that you're going to be in deeper and deeper, and if your eyes feel heavy, you can let them close, but there's no pressure. And when you hear my bell ring, let yourself be in as deep of a place as you feel like being. Isn't it strange how, however asleep or awake you might be now, you can always awaken more. Awakening isn't just what happens in the morning when you are totally asleep. It can be any time you become more focused, more alert. All of those neurochemicals bouncing around, but there's no absolute separation between one state and another. If we can view your brain through a machine, we can take readings perhaps and say, you're more producing these kind of waves or those kind of waves, but sleep and wakefulness are not absolutes, are not binaries. And I want every time you think of yourself as waking up or becoming more alert, to feel a little burst of pleasure, of euphoria, because when you're waking and when you're awakening, you're waking to yourself. You're moving forwards through your life, and even when things seem bad and change is scary, it's still exciting to be changing, to be a new you, to be the you you're destined to be, that you chose to be, that you worked hard to be. So, when you wake up in the morning, even when there's a day you're not entirely happy about tackling, when there's things you're nervous about, you can still feel a little bit of pleasure when you wake up, when you let all of these strange and interesting things flood in, when something shocks you, and you're startled, and you're suddenly alert, and you're suddenly maybe a bit stressed, you can still feel a little burst of pleasure because you are awake and you are alive, and there is so much to sense and see and be and do. You can feel pleasure knowing that there's always more to see and more to be surprised by. And now, when you hear my bell again, you're going to easily wake up, and when you do, you're going to feel a little burst of pleasure, because you'll be waking up to yourself. There it is, that's the bell. Thank you so much for listening. Farewell, and see you again soon.